How's everyone doing? I got an awesome package in the mail. It's a trade package I did with my friend David on here, sci-fi horror fan. And if you haven't checked out his channel, definitely go do so. I'll put a link down below. Really nice guy. He doesn't have many subscribers. I think he has like maybe 6 or 7 subscribers. So he definitely deserves some love from the community on here. He's very active, especially on Instagram. I interact with him all the time on there. He's always posting on there. And I really like that interaction and talking about movies and stuff. That's what I'm on here for. That's what makes this fun. So he actually sent me a message on Instagram. It's like, hey, do you have this Steelbook? His local thrift store had this Steelbook. And I was like, no, I don't. It's like, I can go back. He's like, I can go back and get it. We can do a trade. I'm like, heck yes. He had the Steelbook for $2. It was the Zavvi exclusive. I'll show you in a minute. And then he said they had the thrift store had a few other things there for really cheap too. I was like, your thrift store is amazing. I live in New Jersey. I live an hour apart from New York City and Philadelphia. Huge, populous area. And New Jersey is the most densely populated state per capita. And there's no pawn stores, thrift stores around here. I remember looking years ago for pawn stores. Pawn shops, and I couldn't find any pawn shops. And I came from Virginia, where there was like a Norfolk, Virginia. There's also, college and military there, a big Navy base. But there was like a pawn shop across the street from a pawn shop, next to a pawn shop. And over here, like, I live right next to a big college town, Rutgers University, and like a big city kind of area, New Brunswick. And they're kind of building up to be more like a mini New York City, which is so annoying because it's, parking and traveling and driving through there is terrible as it is. And it also has an urban community as well. So it's just it would be a great point to have pawn shops there, but they don't have any. So it's crazy to me. So I'm so jealous when people are always showing their pickups from pawn shops and thrift stores and stuff like that. We don't really have that over here, or at least not in my central New Jersey area. But David's from Kansas, and I used to live in Kansas as well. I grew up in a military family, Army brat, lived all over the world, lived in Germany for 4.5 years. But I lived in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, right down the street from the prison. At the time, it was like the biggest prison in America. I remember freaking out because there was a prison break there. People got out, and I was freaking out as a little kid. But I was thinking, looking back now, like they probably wanted to get as far away from that area as possible. But I think they caught them at the mall or something. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you and what we did the trades for. And super generous trade, by the way. You hooked me up big time. I know you didn't pay much for these, but the value is amazing to me. So I really do appreciate that. And he's just a really nice guy. So definitely check David out. Sci-fi horror fan. Super awesome guy. Great collection. Great taste. And really nice and interactive, which is cool. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Let me know if you've seen these ones. First up is the American Psycho Steelbook right here. Zavvi exclusive right there. It even has a little sticker on there. And the writing, this is all brand new. All these are brand new, still sealed. I'm going to go ahead and open this up right now. And it blows my mind to me that people don't consider American Psycho a horror movie. It is absolutely a horror movie. It's horror comedy. It's basically poking fun at the yuppie kind of lifestyle. But even the writer, Brett Easton Ellis, considers it horror. So if they consider it horror, I'm going by the writer right there. And I dig that artwork. It's very unique. You get the New York City down there, very fitting. And Christian Bale was perfect for Patrick Bateman. Love it. Don't just stare at it, eat it. That's my favorite line of the movie. Let me know what your favorite line of the movie is as well. But yeah, it's a horror comedy. I mean, he's killing people, murdering people, chopping them up with the axes and chainsaws, and there's the J card right there, and digging that artwork. And I'll go ahead and show you the inside interior artwork. This is region locked, and there's Christian Bale right there, Patrick Bateman. But yeah, it's parodying the yuppie lifestyle, but great horror comedy for me. So yeah, you'd have to have a region-free player, which is why he didn't pick it up for himself. But for there's a bunch of ones that I have for like collection purposes. American Psycho is one of those ones where I would collect multiple editions because it's such a phenomenal movie. So many memorable moments and scenes in here. The Jared Leto scene. Just so many great... The acting here was phenomenal. Again, Christian Bale was made to play Patrick Bateman. Willem Dafoe. The whole supporting cast, phenomenal. So many crazy moments in there, memorable scenes. But next up, True Detective, and he got this for $2, by the way. $2. Brand new, still sealed. These are still sealed as well. And these he got for $3.50 a piece. True Detective Season 1 and 2. I have not seen either of these yet. And I mean, I can't believe he got these for so cheap. The digital copies alone, like, you could sell the digital copies. I don't know whether digital copies for these have been out for a while, so they might not garner as much money, but still more than, I would say at least, I'd say probably about like $4 or $5 probably each for the digital copies. Now I have not seen the TV show, but I've heard great things, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna binge watch this. I'm soup for this. I heard the second season wasn't as good as the first season, but still very good as a new cast. And I'm gonna go ahead and just open these up real quick. But let me know what you thought of this series overall, the first and second season. Are they gonna do a third? I don't even know. If they could, I'm sure they probably could if they made this one with different cast characters and stuff. So, but the second, it's always hard to live up to the first one, especially the first one being so popular. But the first one has great cast right there: Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, two fantastic actors. Their names, though, that the cast that they play are detectives Marty Hart and Rust Cole. Those names are so generic and just sound made up to me. Rust Cole and Marty Hart. I just can't get over that. But it's basically they're detectives and they're investigating a case that, you know, brings them back to an original case from 1995 they worked on, and going through their lives and told by their perspectives and how they have affected each other as friends, detectives, men, and everything they've gone through being detectives and like a crazy cult killings. And I love this, the way that these sets are designed as well, kind of the box set. Oh, I just completely messed this up. This is one thing though, adhesive. I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Took off a little bit right there, womp womp. But it actually kind of fits that like distressed look, so I'm not too upset about that. And maybe I can get that to go back on there a little bit. We'll see. The adhesive stickers on there often do that, especially with sets like this. But I love the digipack design. There's the outer slipcase. Really cool. And there we go. I'm sure you guys have probably already seen this. Put the digital copy over here. And it's a 3-disc set on Blu-ray. So really souped on that. $3.50, man. Your local thrift store is just out of control awesomeness. And next up is True Detective Complete second season, and this is on HBO. I don't have HBO, so I haven't checked out Game of Thrones, which I know I actually have season 1 of Game of Thrones. I need to sit down and finally watch that. And I don't have Netflix either, so I haven't watched Stranger Things, which people have raved about that as well. I'm probably going to get Netflix though, because they have a decent variety of stuff. But this has Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn, Rachel McAdams, and Taylor Kitsch. Taylor Kitsch, I think, is a great actor. I loved him in Friday Night Lights. And John Carter, which I think they could have done a better name, John Carter from Mars or something like that. But I thought that movie was super underrated, and Disney dropped the ball on promoting it. They didn't do enough promotion for that movie. I think that's the biggest reason. Marketing is huge. Now, is this going to tear off because it has that same adhesive, like right in the same spot? The J card. Oh, I hate. Okay, this one wasn't. This one didn't do it. But yeah, the adhesive, I guess, especially if it sits for a while and depending on the temperature, you could take off the artwork. This one, yeah, I think this one is a different. This is more of like almost like a matte finish. And this is a glossy finish. A lot of people complain about the glossy steelbooks. I prefer glossy steelbooks because, you know, I just think it looks nicer. It looks shiny things. No, but I feel like matte finish is often duller, and especially with a box set like this, if you had adhesive, it's going to take off more for the matte set than the glossy because it has that extra finish on there. But I guess this is another one about a case with ritual killings and things like that, and the detective's working on it. But I'll just go ahead, and I'm sure you've seen it, the box set's being unboxed, and I can't wait to delve into these ones. I'm so excited. I've heard such great things. I'll take out the digital copy and another stuff right there, and again, it's another 3-disc set. And I love the interior artwork. I love these digipack kind of designs. Goes over the episode guide and everything like that. So I can't wait to check these series out, and I love that American Psycho Steelbook too. It's shocking to me, $2 for that Steelbook, Blu-ray Steelbook, and $3.50 a piece for the seasons of True Detective. So season 1 and 2. Let me know what you think of these. Let me know which one is your favorite pickup. And definitely check out David, Sci-Fi Horror Fan. Again, thank you so much for this awesome trade and for just being awesome in general. Again, I always like the interaction, especially on Instagram. Very cool. So I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.